Hi, I'm Pastor Andrew.
And I'm Pastor Shannon, and we're excited to share this week's story from the Gospel of Matthew. To understand Jesus' teaching this week, there are two words we need to know first. We need to know what it is to be exalted, and we need to know what it is to be humble. Humble and exalted.
I want you to imagine with me a queen, a rich and powerful and very important queen. You can tell how important she is because she is sitting on a big, beautiful golden throne. You can tell how rich she is because she is wearing all the finest clothes and a gorgeous diamond crown. And you can tell how powerful she is because there are rows and rows of servants all kneeling at her feet, waiting to do her bidding. She is the most honored person in all the kingdom. She is exalted.
And now I want you to imagine one of the lowly servants kneeling at the queen's feet. The servant is just one among many. His life is devoted not to his own glory, but rather to serving another. The servant thinks of others before himself. He receives no honor or recognition for his work. The servant is humble.
This is often the way that it is in the world. The people who are exalted and lifted up like the queen are those who we think of as most important. The people who are humble, like the servant, we often think of as less important, as somehow less worthy of honor.
But Jesus taught us that the kingdom of heaven is just the opposite. In God's kingdom, it is the humble who are exalted and lifted up. In God's kingdom, the most important people are those who serve others.
So when Jesus taught his disciples, he told them that the greatest among them would be servant to all. He taught them not to be like those religious teachers who were always seeking out honor for themselves, those who loved to be seen praying, who wore the nicest clothes, who sat in the seat of honor, who demanded to be greeted with respect. Those who were more concerned about themselves than about serving other people. Jesus wanted his disciples to know that in God's kingdom, those who were exalted would be humbled, and those who were humble would be exalted.
We think that Jesus still calls us today to be humble and to serve others. The bad news in this story is that life is not all about us and how we can exalt ourselves. Life isn't about being the wealthiest, the most powerful, or the most respected. As followers of Jesus, we believe that the point of life, what it's all about, is about being of service to God and to other people.
And the good news is that we can actually be of service to God and to others. In the church, we try to practice serving God and others through worship, through caring for one another, through generous giving of our time, talents, and money, and through working for justice. The good news is that in serving God and others, we find meaning and joy in our lives.
And that's the end of our lesson for this week. Now you will have some time to discuss today's video in your Sunday school class.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.